nih udah nih, coba. Gila. Cara bukanya ini udah belum? Mana ya? Timi. Nah, aku ininya bentar. Bentar. Tutup gimana ini? Oh, ini nggak bisa ini. Pakai Bluetooth kali ya. Jauh wes. Udah. Ya. Yoi. Jelek. dari semua skin dapatnya token.
Apa kau melihat kucingku? Namanya Bailey.
Apa beli?
Ini adalah hari yang sial bagi musuhku.
Kamu berada di farm lane. Giliran tim kita untuk ban hero. Giliran tim musuh untuk ban hero. Giliran tim kita memilih hero. Pilih hero-mu. Aku akan mengorbankan apapun agar bisa melindungi peradaban ini. Giliran tim kita memilih hero. Detik lagi.
Lumpuh.
Selamat datang di Honor of Kings. Minion musuh akan tiba dalam 5 detik. Semua pasukan maju.
pengetahuan sampai ke Madinah erudit, ribuan gagasan bangkit dari tidur panjangnya.
Rekanmu telah tereliminasi. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Mantap.
Nama kita mungkin binasa di lalap abu, tapi abu kita akan memperkuat tanah ini. Saat pengetahuan sampai ke Madinah erudit, ribuan gagasan bangkit dari tidur panjangnya.
Ribuan gagasan. Ada kumis. Ini nggak ada.
Buku bisa saja hilang, tapi peradaban akan bertahan selamanya.
Kamu berhasil mengeliminasi musuh.
Aku tidak tahu dari mana
Rekanmu
angin di
telah
jalanan tua
tereliminasi.
ini, tapi angin ini bertiup ke arah rumahku.
Hai.
Overlord dan Tyrant sudah muncul. Shield Tower sudah hancur. Balista maju.
Nama kita mungkin binasa di lalap api, tapi abu kita akan memperkuat tanah ini.
Rekanmu telah tereliminasi.
Oh, tipis.
Musuh telah tereliminasi.
Buku bisa saja hilang, tapi peradaban akan bertahan selamanya. Nama kita mungkin binasa di lalap abu, tapi abu kita akan memperkuat tanah ini.
Tim
hilang, tapi peradaban akan bertahan selamanya. Aku tidak tahu dari mana angin di jalanan tua ini, tapi angin ini bertiup ke arah rumahku.
Killing spree. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower.
Nama kita mungkin binasa di lalap api, tapi abu kita akan memperkuat tanah ini.
Musuh telah tereliminasi. Pengetahuan menyebarlah. Double kill. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Rampage. Double kill. Ace. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower. Ultimate belum siap. Executed. Killing spree. Godlike. Shut down. Double kill. Rekanmu telah tereliminasi. Shut down.
Tipis.
Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower.
Saat pengetahuan sampai ke Madinah erudit, ribuan gagasan bangkit dari tidur panjangnya.
Musuh telah tereliminasi. Kamu berhasil mengeliminasi musuh. Double kill. Killing spree.
Nada sedih
Shut
di
down.
jalur Yumen mengiringi kerinduanku akan rumah.
Bisa masuk.
Musuh double kill. Shut down. Ace.
Aduh.
Skill belum siap. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Overlord dan Tyrant sudah diperkuat. Sekarang maju. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower.
Saat pengetahuan sampai ke Madinah erudit, ribuan gagasan bangkit dari tidur panjangnya. binasa dilalap api, tapi abu kita akan memperkuat tanah ini.
Kamu berhasil mengeliminasi musuh. Mantap. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Mantap. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Musuh telah tereliminasi.
Tapi peradaban akan bertahan selamanya.
Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Ace. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower.
Berkat keajaiban Madinat Erudit, kita bisa hidup.
Wih,
Kutulis dan kututurkan isi pikiranku.
aku coba bacakan apa ya? Argus tuh di buff di buff enggak
Kamu berada di farm lane. Giliran tim kita untuk ban hero. Giliran tim musuh untuk ban hero. Pilih hero-mu.
ada udah.
Berkat keajaiban
Ya.
Madinat Erudit, kita bisa hidup damai.
Baru ya.
Giliran tim kita memilih hero.
Sebagai Star Chaser, aku bersumpah untuk melindungi peradaban. Dalam malam yang panjang, kobar api semangat manusia akan menerangi alam semesta.
Giliran tim kita memilih hero. detik lagi.
Sepi. Gede. Anjay. Pose-nya keren banget.
Selamat datang di Honor of Kings. Minion musuh akan tiba dalam 5 detik. Bersiap untuk menyerang. Semua pasukan maju.
Saat pengetahuan sampai ke Madinat Erudit, ribuan gagasan bangkit dari tidur panjangnya.
Gede.
Musuh telah tereliminasi. Musuh telah tereliminasi.
Jalur Yumen mengiringi kerinduanku akan rumah.
Putih merah.
Kamu berhasil mengeliminasi musuh. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Musuh menyerang jungle kita.
Nama kita mungkin binasa dilalap api, tapi abu kita akan memperkuat tanah ini.
Berat air.
Nada sedih mengalun di jalur Yumen, mengiringi kerinduanku akan rumah.
Aduh.
Pengetahuan menyebarlah.
Langsung.
Aku tidak tahu dari mana angin di jalanan tua ini, tapi angin ini bertiup ke arah rumahku.
Musuh telah tereliminasi. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Overlord dan Tyrant sudah muncul. Shield Tower sudah hancur. Ballista maju. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower.
Buku bisa saja hilang, tapi peradaban akan bertahan selamanya.
eliminasi musuh.
Nada sedih mengalun di jalur Yumen.
Musuh telah tereliminasi.
Akan rumah.
Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower. Musuh telah tereliminasi. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower.
Saat
Rekanmu telah tereliminasi. Towermu dihancurkan.
tidur panjangnya.
Pengetahuan menyebarlah. Kamu berhasil mengeliminasi musuh. Killing spree. Double kill. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower.
Aku tidak tahu dari mana angin di jalanan tua ini. Tapi angin ini bertiup ke arah rumahku.
Musuh telah tereliminasi. Double kill. Enggak ada lawan. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower. Double kill. Timmu berhasil menghancurkan tower. Killing spree. Ace. Legendary. Double kill. Rampage. Berhasil.
Aku adalah mimpi terburuk dunia.
Tidak bisa dibangun di sini. Suka-suka lu. Ups. Harus banget satu-satu kayak gini. Masih ada 15. Ngantuk. Sangat-sangat ngantuk. Sisain buat HSR aja. Settingan dulu. Ya. SD. Ya?
Please stay tuned. Congratulations to our two dream chasers! For no matter how...
None will take my soul glide away from me. I will use the transmutation arcanum to turn into a dinosaur! Oh, dinosaur! Devour my enemies! Grab a bottle of soul glad and make your dreams a blast!
Time to test our rapport. Let's improvise.
Join the battle. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to
Eliminating threat.
Firefly Type 4 in position. Set to the speed of light!
Rhythm get messed up. Dreams do come true.
I'm not afraid of you. Commencing research.
Eliminating threat.
I want to protect everyone. Tell me, Mr. Storm. Until everything burns to ashes!
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
Set to the speed of light!
Stay in step.
Trouble. Thank you. I will keep fighting.
Mission command.
This is more than fight.
The body withers, but the soul gladness. You truly are a beast.
That should do it! Isn't this fight way off from the actual storyline?
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? This is the sort of magic only seen on Penacony. Anyway, let's get back on track. After an extended battle, you finally emerged victorious! But the companion who journeyed to Penacony with you chose to leave. Having lost all in the years that followed, you encountered each other once more on the prosperous streets of Penacony, but dared not call out to one another. Perhaps akin to the lingering regret. Well done! You brought to life the thrilling action scenes from Once.
Looks like we won! Let's hurry up and get to the next stage. No danger detected, but never let your guard down.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success. Look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
That red-haired contestant.
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand. You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hutton now. friends. Welcome to the enchanting universe created by the... It is said that the enter into the world of Hanu.
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right? I hope. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good. Looks like you've got the hang of it. In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. Old Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf, and Bombhead are all raring to go. The brave Hanu must... Alas, Hanu presently...
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help. Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. Oh my! Are you telling me that Boss Stone has rallied the villains to seize... Listen closely, Hanu, but you know... Now, I can't wait.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there. If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick? jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Oh my! Hurry!
Are such haphazard instructions really... Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that Hanu? What exactly is he talking about?
Tick-tock! It's time for me to...
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like right now! I can be your translator! Tick-tock! Hanu says, battle! We must do battle! The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just jumped and sheesh. Well, here we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this.
Oh, did last week but break?
But
Guess what?
what a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome.
Biasa 2 menit.
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too. Careful. It looks like we've got more... Here we go again. But no. Should be all of them, right?
Oh my! Haru is on a string!
Well, that's that.
Great. The more the better.
Congratulations to both of you! In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the welcome to the 30th.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Please wait! My beautiful lady. By the glorious light of beauty! I never thought I would see you again. In such turbulent times, your kind faces are as springs.
Are you...
Upon hearing of the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad-drive Intellitron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicaments safe and sound. I then led them all here to revel in the harmony with the countless other splendid beings. I do not deserve such praise. Unfortunately, okay, let's go. Upon arrival, I was once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with fiery red flames due to my lack of eloquence. It matters not, for all these trials stem from the land of the dream's beauty. What matters is that I now stand before you. sharp. If I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious, kindly grant me passage to the crown of victory and recognize that Idrilla, the beauty, is the most peerless beauty of them all. Dear friends, please ready yourselves for this trial set forth by the beauty.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
Joining the battle.
Until everything burns to ashes! Here, try this!
Thank you. I will. Keep
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Firefly type form in the set.
Rise to the challenge.
Specimen sighted.
Still the same old.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Commencing research.
Stand in position.
Open sesame.
You're fighting a gentleman. Let's sign
Catch up.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Mood is set just right. Let the show begin.
To travel far away.
Impressive.
This is more than battle.
This is worth learning.
Specimen sighted. Attack detected.
Put forth all your might.
Never seen perfect curiosity. Endless freedom. Nothing but a force.
I will claim victory for myself.
Your predictions, my friends, are indeed on. The laurels of victory belong to Idrilla. Confess! Put forth all your might.
I think something bit me.
Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
Rise to the challenge.
Take your positions.
Rise. Put forth all your might.
Great teamwork.
Joining the battle.
Travel.
Great teamwork.
Flesh wound. Behold, this symbol of pure... You're fighting a gentleman.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Mood is set just. Let the show begin.
Firefly take 4 in position. Fight! Specimen sighted.
I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
Let's improvise.
Let's sign Put forth all your might.
Gotta stop the bleeding. Let's start again.
Curiosity. Endless freedom. Nothing but a force.
That's enough. I have come to grasp the sincerity of your cause. I yield. Beautiful! Truly a captivating contest. It is through you that I realized to uphold the honor of a driller, I must further hone my skills. What a beautiful... Go forth, my dear friend. Beautiful miss. The audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here.
We don't have much time. May fate allow us to meet again, Knight of Beauty. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. I, on behalf of the organizers, your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest? Or a sweet dream paradise for all?
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron,
Now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and our final course of action. The only path to take.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmity Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across...
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony, do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellarons?
I would have never thought that this nameless would...
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, the magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, If I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I...
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this...
Just a moment.
What?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One, Shipe?
Perfectly harmonize it. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very... In the distant past, there existed an eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir. Spreading later, they fell. The route traversed by this eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, though an eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find...
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed within the foundation of law. Humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Rob?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their...
You should know that these actions make you an enemy.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached. Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone. And just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle. establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and...
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments. Let's begin. The first decision. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood, that baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard. Not to mention it was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, stick to the original plan and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprison. Back to the question. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but based solely on that question, even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, allow me to reveal what fate this choice. From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. Now, let us advance to the second. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. Joy. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony and he told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like, will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live, or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even... I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his stat. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying Bronze Melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded, in the end, my heart aligned. As to your choice, I once again the story this time. This story happened the day I was up. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had... The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere...
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know...
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the...
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above,
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmonies. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through. Would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here, but the fact that she is also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood, no matter how grand the ambition.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similars. Their confusion and fear are lucid. With each trailblaze, dangers and...
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but...
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because we must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences when one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for... Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like, during these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that from where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only, Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flaw.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone...
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only...
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why life slumbers, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our... But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature. And from there, show compassion.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless. But weirdly, when we entered it, Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if it's core. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a...
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time.
All right, but there are doors all over the place.
I guess... maybe this way? I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door?
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling, and the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So...
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and...
Yeah, then let's...
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker.
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's me. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, perhaps it's... So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. And... so, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? I heard some noises from the room.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all...
Sailors? Can Origami Bird...
Could you tell us more about the Compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever they're...
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out.
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember... Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all sea. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the
You know, I quite understand such sentiments.
Parah banget. Aduh, kenapa nggak diem aja?
Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the...
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his...
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor?
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room tonight.
The atmosphere in this room feels
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky! You're here! Huh. Yeah. This is the room where...
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky, an ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away. traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along.
A train? Could it be?
It's the astro